I'm Joseph.
I'm Brandy.
And now we're going to teach you about how to mint. So, minting, obviously we're not going to go into depth about like the whole color wheel, the whole ounces versus grams, the whole what do I add, what do I take out. We're just here to teach you the most basic way, so when you get out there and we can tell you, hey, mint's a 5N with 20 volume, you know what we're talking about. So you just get the basics of minting. We're going to teach you how to mix color and how to mix bleach and how to clean up after, things like that, how to use a key, things like that. So it's pretty basic, pretty simple, but it is harder than what a lot of people think. It's not just squeezing tubes and splashing some developer in and then hopefully it comes out. There is a science behind it and it has to be mixed correctly. Anything else you want to add to it?
We're going to show you specifically with the Chi color and the Chi bleach because we are a Chi school. So you just always follow manufacturer's instructions. So whether you have Chi or you have another brand, always follow what their instructions for. It's very crucial for that.
Cool.
Especially for the bleach. I'm going to show you how to do that properly.
Oh, she bit it. All right, well, thank you. And now it's time to mix it up.
Hey guys, so we're going to demonstrate how to actually mix up our color. I'm going to demonstrate it. I'm actually going to mix up actual color so you can see how it's supposed to go. So some things that we want to talk about is make sure you are choosing the right color. You know, we have the boxes up here, but make sure you're also seeing if there's any open tubes down here first of all. So first you're going to follow the instructors, the manufacturer's instructions. So our Chi stuff is 1-to-1, meaning you're going to mix 1 part of your color to 1 part developer. So if you use an ounce of color, you're going to use an ounce of developer. So let me show you exactly where it shows you. So in our book, okay, so this is our book. You open it up and right here it's going to have everything that you need, okay? So it's going to have processing and timing. So 1 part color to 1 part developer. Every color line is going to have these instructions in the book, okay? And it even has instructions on how to apply everything. It's super easy and super simple, okay? So once you have that all figured out, you're gonna grab your color, all right? Grab your developer, grab a color key. If you want to use a whisk, you can use a whisk. However, you tend to get a lot of extra product on the whisk and you can't completely scrape it off. So you end up wasting a lot of product actually. So we're just gonna mix it with the color brush, okay? So we have everything that we need. First, I want to show you is Chi, we measure in ounces, okay? On the side of the bottle, it's going to have your measurements. 1/2 ounce, ounce, and I believe they are 2 ounce tubes? 3 ounce tubes, I'm sorry, 3 ounce tubes. So, depending on how much that you're using, you get about 3 applications out of this, whether you're using 1/2 ounce or a full ounce, okay? So, if you don't have a scale, here's where you can measure for your ounces of color, okay? And then most bowls are going to have lines on the side to help you measure developer, all right? So the way you are going to measure with your scale, so first, when you turn it on, push the on button, okay? And you're gonna wanna make sure it's set to the right measurements. So it is on ounces, but if it wasn't on ounces, you would push unit until you would see where it says OZ. All right, now we have it on ounces, all right? So what you're going to do, you're gonna place your bowl on top of your scale. And you're gonna push the on button. it's going to zero it out because you want to make sure you're starting with an even level, okay? You need to always be measuring or taking out the color with a key, okay? So here's your key. They do make other keys where they don't actually go in like this, where they just slide on top. There are different types of keys. The reason we use the key, and you're supposed to be using the key at school, is because if you're just squeezing the color like this, there's a whole lot of extra color that you're missing, and you're not utilizing how much color is actually in the tube, okay? So, again, we're gonna use our key. So this one's already been opened a little bit. So I'm just gonna slide the key on top, okay? Slide it in, okay? And then I'll end up turning it down, okay? So, but if you're opening up a brand new tube of color, you'll open it up and use the top to poke the hole, okay? So we're gonna be using about 1 ounce of color. So I'm gonna go down, and it's coming out nice and even. All right, there we go. A nice ounce, okay? Then I'm gonna get my developer. Make sure these are screwed on tight, okay? Make sure that it's not open when you go to use it because it has already started oxidizing and you don't know if it's bad or not, okay? So I'm gonna use my 20 volume developer. First, I'm going to zero out my scale again. I'm gonna push the on button until it says 0.0, okay? Then I'm going to get my developer and measure out 1 ounce of developer. All right, just like that. Take my bowl off, put my scale on, back where it goes, hold the on button down until everything completely turns off. And put my key back, clean up as I go, put my color back where it belongs, okay? So the reason Joseph and I prefer to use a brush is because you're able to completely mix it. Think about like when you're folding eggs into a cake batter or mixing, you're able to actually scrape all the sides, and with a whisk, you're unable to do that. And there's a whole lot of color left over. So you need to make sure it's completely mixed, that you're not seeing any of the white developer. Now I understand the color, it's very light, but just keep mixing and you'll know the difference between the developer and the color. So you're able to scrape the sides, fold that in. If there's any lumps, get them out. Just like this, okay? Okay, now we have our color. All right, now I'm going to show you how to mix bleach. So we got our bowl. Turn on our scale. We're gonna make sure it's zeroed out, okay? So, again, with manufacturer's instructions, so let's just read real quick and see exactly what it says. Okay, so it is 1 to 1. So for every ounce that you put of this, an ounce of developer, okay? So you need to make sure you are using this scoop, okay? So 1 scoop leveled out is 1 ounce, okay? This is how much you can use, or this amount will cover a full partial, okay? So 1 scoop leveled out is 1 ounce. You'll put it in there, measure it out, okay? Zero it out. You'll get your developer. Pull all that back up. Put it back where it belongs, okay? Get your developer and measure out exactly how much it says. There we go. Turn off my scale. And again, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with my color. I'm gonna kind of break up all these clumps first and then start mixing. Scrape along the sides and mix it until it's completely, there's no bumps, it's all smooth, and all the developer is completely mixed in. So we need to get into where we're starting to measure our bleach because we are wasting a whole lot of bleach here, okay? So you're just, you know, y'all just get like 2 scoops of bleach and then fill it up to however the consistency that you like. And then when you're done with your highlight, you still have all this bleach left over. And it's just a waste. When you get out into the salon and you're doing this yourself, you're gonna realize quickly that you can't just do that, that you're wasting a whole lot of product and you're spending money buying that product, okay? All right, so it's completely mixed up. It's all nice and smooth. There's no clumps. Everything is all mixed up, all right? So that is the consistency of the Chi bleach, all right? So once you are done mixing your color, you're gonna get a towel and you're gonna wipe everything down. So let me go get a towel real quick. And you wanna kind of clean as you go, all right? So spray it all down. You're gonna wipe every little bit, okay? Wipe the scale. If you get in the habit of cleaning as you go, you won't have such a big mess at the end of the night. Especially like when we stay till 7, there's not much left to do. So get everything all clean. If you get color or anything on the bottles, wipe down the bottles. What you're also gonna do, spray, okay? Open up the drawer and you're going to clean this lip right here. There's so much color that we have been finding left on here and we need to make sure it's getting clean, all right? And underneath and on the sides. Okay, you can even, I would prefer if you open this up because color does seep down in here. And wipe the door, okay? Wipe every little part of the counter down. Do that so you have everything all mixed up. It's not gonna kill you to spend 30 seconds wiping what you just did. All right, seem easy? All right, thanks guys. Okay guys, so we're gonna talk about cleaning our bowls with our brushes today. So you need to make sure you completely clean it and scrub it really good. Because say if this is black hair color and I don't get it very well, because of the oxidation with the color, it's going to crust onto the bristles, all right? And you're gonna think it's clean because you're trying to rush and hurry up and you don't see anything. But if you really scrub it and take your time, you'll see that there's stuff left over. Never fails. You do a dark hair color, level 4 and under, and then you go to use the same brush on a highlight or something, and you're gonna end up getting that black hair color on the highlight. So you need to make sure you completely clean it and scrub it to make sure everything is out. Same thing with your bleach as well. When you are cleaning your bowl, the measuring right here, where it has the ounces, If you don't scrape that really well, if you don't clean it very well, hair color and bleach will get stuck in here, so that when you go to mix your next stuff, it's going to still be in there and it's going to mix with your bleach or whatever. And then you're gonna have to mix a whole brand new bowl. And it just saves time. So please make sure you're scraping all the color out and you're completely scrubbing and rinsing correctly. All right, thanks.